So, hello everybody. What is going on, dudes? It is Kiba Shimaki here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Dark Rising. Last time, well, we finally got out of Water's Cavern after beating up Brock. We got ourselves the victory Pokemon Victini, and now we find ourselves in battle with Dre, the man who seems to know everything that we should probably know about our father. Once again, we're starting this off against Galvantula, level 45, Bug Electric type. I have no idea what its ability could be, but I'm guessing either Compound Eyes or Shed Skin. With the Signal Beam, Thunderbolt, Toxic, and that's about it so far. That's all that we know. That's all I can scavenge from this fight. We move along to the next one. Emboar. Emboar is level 48, Fire Fighting type. Blaze for the ability with the moves Stone Edge, probably Flamethrower or Fire Punch. Some sort of fighting type move, probably like Karate Chop or something. And I have no idea what else to expect. But boom, down and out. We can move along. Okay, now this is where things get interesting. Druddigan. Druddigan is a pure dragon type. Rough Skin probably for the ability, so watch out for any physical attacks. Level 51 with Dragon Claw, probably Dragon Dance, probably some sort of other fire type move, probably a normal type. Next up is Empoleon. Now this one I don't have a clear answer for, so I'm going to try Musharna. Now we have battled Dre before, and it went horribly, so here's to hoping that we can do better this run round. You got an Empoleon, level 48, Water Steel type, Torrent for the ability with the moves. I'm guessing Water Pulse, Metal Claw, Surf, Ice Beam. I don't know, these are just my guess. Icy Wind. Okay, so you have Icy Wind. So Water Pulse, Icy Wind, probably Metal Claw or something like that. Yep, gonna lower my speed, but that's fine. Musharna is not meant to be the fastest here. I think I'll just do 2, and then I'll go for a substitute. Yawn. Okay. That's an interesting one. Even if I fall asleep, I'll still be okay. Let's go with Psychic. So Yawn, Icy Wind, Water Pulse, probably Metal Claw or something like that. Something along that combination of moves. Alright, that's not bad. Pretty good, pretty good. Musharna fell asleep, but that's okay. I don't think I have anything to help with that. No, I have a Sacred Ash, but that won't do much else. I have no real items that can help. The Berry Pouch, I only have the Block Berry, so it can't do anything either. Alright, let's try Psychic again. Flash Cannon, that was your Steel type. So Icy Wind, Yawn, Water Pulse, Flash Cannon. Well, at least we have Empoleon's moveset, I figured. Psychic again. Go for Water Pulse. This shouldn't do a lot of damage. It faded though. Okay. Musharna. As long as Musharna can hold out for at least like one more turn. Please wake up. Okay. Yes! Didn't do much damage. Psychic. And we're good. Should be down. And it's out. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, next up is, I'll keep you in, Superior. Superior is a pure grass type Overgrow for the ability with the moves Leech Seed, Leaf Blade, probably Wrap, Coil, Slam, I know definitely, and I think that's just about it. Are you kidding me? It didn't one-shot, come on game. A full restore too, of course. Okay, boom. Please, be more than enough. Yes! Alright, good. KO'd it this time. Last up is his ace in the hole. It's kind of why I saved Salamence for it. It is Scizor. Come on now. Scizor is level 50, Bug Steel type, Swarm for the ability. with the moves Swords Dance, I think Aerial Ace, Metal Claw, I forget what else. Okay, did that. I don't think Stonehenge won't do much because of its steel typing. Fly won't do much because of its steel typing. I think Dragon Pulse has the best chance of doing pretty neutral damage. It's really bulky. It's got loads of defenses. Double Swords Dance? Oh god, okay. I have to kind of hurry. It's got leftovers as its held item. That's great. Dragon Pulse again. I just need Salamence to do as much damage as it can possibly do. X Scissor, that's the other move. Okay. Even though it's not very effective, it still hit for a good chunk. So that's a bit concerning. Dragon Pulse again. I'm gonna keep chipping it down. Swords Dance again, okay. I think Salamence just barely got it. If not, I was gonna have just Musharna use her turn to revive Salamence with the Sacred Ash, but it seems that we've got this under control. We can finally find out more about our pops. It was a crit too. Perfect. Down it goes. We're good. We defeated Pokemon Trainer Dre. That Pokemon you had, I remember. I began to talk to myself. That Pokemon, it seems like it's my father's. But who is this guy really? How did he get it here? Whoa, pretty sweet. But I went easy on you. I was just testing you. You definitely battle like Gene Blake. Like the Gene Blake I've heard about. Okay, I'll tell you now. Give me my Pokédollars. Let's go. I gotta admit, it's really cool for us to have met like this. Both the children of the coolest members of Team DR. What's Team DR? How could you not know? Team DR stands for Team Dark Rising. It consists of 6 members. There was originally 4 until your dad joined the clique. And that gym leader dude, Blitz. The gym leader near my hometown used to be a member of Team DR? Didn't I just say that? All of the members formed that group to defeat all evil that consisted in the world involving Pokemon. My dad, Barrett, was the leader. He led the team into the most dangerous events ever in history. How come I've never heard of any of this? So Darugus is back and captured my father because he defeated it years ago. Beats me why your dad never told you about this stuff. It's not in history books because Team DR was more of a secret group of organization. There is one of the female members. Her name is Amaris. She hid the diaries in an old building they once used as their headquarters. Maybe those diaries can give me a location on Darugus. Maybe. Me and my girlfriend are headed for that place now. She went on ahead. I just stopped here to admire your work at Atlantic Cave. You could have helped out, you know. You guys were doing such a good job, I didn't want to steal the show. So are you going to help me find my father? My mission is to defeat Darugus like our parents did years ago. Along the way, we'll probably come across your old man if we keep moving and finding clues. Mystic Falls is the next big city. I suggest going there. I hear there's a big once-in-a-lifetime party going down. Yeah, I have an invitation to go. Hey! How come I wasn't invited? I guess you're gonna have to go in. Me and my girlfriend will meet you outside the place. If Darugus is targeting strong trainers, you can bet something bad is gonna happen there. You're right. Alright, Trey. I'll see you there. See you there, Isaac. And he's gone just like that. Now I'm gonna go heal, because I have no health. I need it before we press on to the next area. Mystic Falls. It's a pretty familiar name, considering Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but we'll try to ignore that. We have a lot to go through, and oh boy, we have a lot to keep in mind. Now I remember recalling back to the first episode, a certain buddy of mine named Sith, not Sith, decided to say it's a shame that there was no Larvitar as a starter. This cave rules. The Battle Cave. Within here you can find loads of different Pokemons, but mainly you can encounter pseudo-legendaries. The first ones that we can encounter, the most frequent and apparent one you can find, is Honiard, actually. Poniard is a Steel Dark type from Unova, Gen 5. Good defenses, good offenses, a bit slow, but hits pretty hard. That's what I said about a lot of the Unova Pokemon, but hey, they serve their purpose pretty well. They evolve really late, however, so it may take some time to get it used to being on the team. Going forward, it's with its counterpart, or more so the Pokemon that appears just as frequent, it is Drillbur. Drillbur is a pure ground type. We actually ran into a few of them with our rival Pete having one in his party. Along with Drillbur, you can find its evolved form Excadrill, though it is a bit on the rarer side, and I mean very rare side. It becomes a steel ground type, hits really hard, is really fast, surprisingly, has some decent bulk to it, but not a lot of HP to stand with it. Moving along, the lesser encounters and the more uncommons, you have yourselves Riolu. Funny enough, running into it. Riolu is a pure fighting type, typically evolves via happiness, but because this is of course ROM hack, it evolves differently. The way it does is by getting it to level 39. So that's something to definitely keep in mind for future use. Pure fighting type from, Sinnoh. It's really hard for a physical attacker. Does its job pretty well and can learn a variety of moves to help with its type coverage. So it definitely is one Pokemon to note above all else. Moving along, if you choose not to go with the the more defense-oriented or the more, fast offensive fighting type, you have its counterpart, Timber. Beldum as well. Timber! Pure fighting type, evolves at I think 16 or 17 into, what's it called? I forget what its evolved form is called. To Girder, there we go. And then typically it actually is supposed to be a trade evolution to get its final form, Conkeldurr. It has loads of defenses. It's really slow, however, but hits really, really hard. Though what there is to know about Conkeldurr is that it can learn a variety of moves. It has guts for the ability, and it definitely has loads of HP and attack to work with. Moving along, as you guys saw, we have ourselves Beldum, one of the few pseudo-legendaries that make an appearance. And here's another Pokemon that I'm trying to actually bring a part of my team, a Slakoth. But Beldum first up, Steel Psychic type. One of the first and one of the only ones to actually exist. I think it's the only one actually. Steel Psychic from Hoenn. Timber's from Unova. Larvitar is also here as well, but Beldum, Steel Psychic, has really good defenses, has loads of HP, has really good offenses, evolves in the 30s into Batang, and then 45 or 50 into Metagross. Larvitar, of course, Rock Dark type, hailing from Johto. Really powerful Pokemon. Has pretty good offenses, pretty decent HP, decent defenses, but does unfortunately have that big, tremendous weakness to ground and fighting. So keep an eye out for that. Regardless, it's a really good Pokemon and one to keep in mind considering if you're choosing to set up a team circling around Sandstorm, because it has the ability Sandstream. Okay, so much to say, so much information to spew out. Next up is, of course, the Pokemon that I'm looking for. Can I run into it while I'm saying this, please? It is... Is it it? No, it is not. Slakoth! I was hoping to run into it while I was talking about it. Slakoth is a pure normal type. It is probably as frail as you might guess, but in all honesty, it isn't. It actually stands out and differentiates from a lot of the normal types that you find in here. It's a lot more physically offensive. It has really good defenses and really good HP. It lacks in special defense and special attack and speed, but makes up for it with its bulkiness and with its hard-hitting nature. It has Truant for the ability, so that means every other turn it gets to strike. Outside of that, it doesn't have that opportunity, so make sure you keep an eye on it, and if you can, by chance you're in a double battle or something, definitely have a Pokemon armed with Skill Swap to swap abilities and to basically make it a non-stop hitting wall. It can be fearsome, and it can be a great ally to you if you so choose to use it. It is from Hoenn, of course, So it is a pretty powerful Pokemon, and we've been over it before. Come on, can I find it before it gets too late? Another Pokemon that we can find in here that is, of course, from Hoenn is none other than Aeron. I actually debated on using an Aeron, but decided against it because of, well, I know that I'll be using one in a different game much later, and I typically don't like reusing Pokemon or types or overlapping it too much, because then I feel like it gets really boring and really dull really quickly. But Aeron is from Hoenn. Really good defenses, meant to be both a physical and special wall, being a steel rock type. I recommend picking it up with Rockhead because Sturdy does not do well in this generation yet, but Rockhead is definitely, without a doubt, a good choice on it. Apparently it could run into Scraggy. Did I ever mention that? I did not. Okay, well, Scraggy, yes, you could run into one. Dark fighting type, good defenses, really good offenses, low HP, hits really hard, and actually surprisingly really fast. Okay, back to Aeron. I did debate on using one, chose not to because I didn't want to overlap on types, as well as Pokemon that I may be using in the near future. Not near future, but maybe using eventually. So, yeah. Evolves in the 30s and then again in the 40s. Aggron is a really good Pokemon, really good defenses. I highly recommend getting Rockhead for the ability, but if you choose not to go with it, that's fine too. I guess the only Pokemon's left is 2 starters, actually. You can find 2 in here, I think. My information could be wrong because it's already been wrong before. You have yourselves, first up, Torchic, it looks like. Torchic is a pure fire type, which becomes a fire fighting in its final form. It is from Hoenn. It is the fire type starter of the region. It's really fast, it's really hard, however, has no defenses. It has good HP, but that's about where the lines draw. It kind of crumples under pressure, and especially if it's something it's weak against, it will crack and fall. That's really all I can say about it. However, the other Pokemon you can encounter here is another fire type starter from Sinnoh. Actually, you could find yourselves a Chimchar. Chimchar is a fire fighting type. It does its job pretty well. As a firefighting type, one of the resident few, of course. It is from Sinnoh. It moves incredibly fast. It hits incredibly hard. It has lackluster defenses, but it makes up for it a bit with its HP. Aside from that, of course, you have to be careful because it is a bit of a glass cannon. It is a bit frail, but it holds its own in a lot of situations. And it's definitely a Pokemon worth keeping in mind as a potential partner. But aside from that, moving along, that is all the Pokemon you can encounter within Battle Cave. I'm trying to find a Slakoth, and I want to grab one because we ran into one before, but my greedy ass wants a male. But yeah, that is going to be my next member, a Slakoth, which evolves, I think, late 20s, early 30s. Let me double check this information, just to be certain. Slakoth. Go. It evolves. Come on. It evolves into Vigoroth at level 18, and then evolves into Slaking at level 36. So, definitely a Pokemon that will fit the bill pretty quickly on this team. It'll be a bulky, physical base Pokemon, so I definitely plan on utilizing it pretty well. Now, if you guys are wondering why I haven't just gone forward and moved on with the story, even though there was a lot of Pokemon to go over in this area, that is because I believe, upon stepping out of here, there is a tough battle ahead of us. And I mean a really tough battle. It's against a trainer you wouldn't really anticipate. Even though we ran across a bunch of trainers that we wouldn't anticipate. As soon as you're about to leave and get to the next floor, you approach by Professor Ivan himself. They will have loads of Pokemon ready to fight you before you even exit the Battle Cave. He is armed with, in case you guys are deciding to fight him now, a Leafeon, a Bronzong, a Snorlax, and a Slaking of his own. So definitely a dangerous team, and one that can be quite the problem nonetheless. Okay, now the question is, can I catch this thing before we even leave? Because I only have 5 Pokeballs and 1 Ultra Ball. I have nothing that won't do 0 damage. And even if I switch to Musharna, Musharna won't be able to do much. Unless he uses Yawn, which is entirely possible. Never mind. I tried. Let's try the Pokeball. Let's see. You're at full health. You're level 15. Let's see if we can do it. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Alright, cool. I managed to catch it. Nice. I'll take it. Slackoth was added. There we go. The Slacker Pokemon. That is our next official member. Let's see what nature we actually got out of it, because I'm curious. Relax. That's pretty funny considering it's well, being the slacker Pokemon. Relax is it a neutral? It is plus defense minus speed, so making it even bulkier. That's not bad actually. You weren't meant to be fast anyways. You have Scratch, Yawn, Encore, Slackoff. It's going to be a while until we actually continue because I have to level you up and catch you up with everyone else. But that is going to be it for now. Next time, we leave Battle Cave and we see exactly what to expect with Professor Ivan. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll be seeing all of you later. Peace out, everybody.